Hello, good evening students. Today we have discussed in the class one of the important aspect, renewable energy sources. It is already well known that the fossil fuels or non-renewable energy sources are not able to meet the increasing demand due to increase of population. Hence, alternative energy sources, even though the generation cost is high, installation cost is high, but we are preparing up to some extent to meet the demand of energy. So, under this concept, we have already discussed the wind energy generation and solar power generation. Third one, biogas plant as per your system. So, it is already known different terms biomass, biogas and fermentation in introduction class. So, all those points you can utilize which type of question comes here. And already we are knowing continuous type of plant is one category. Another main important type is batch type biogas plant. The name itself implies the production of the gas is in interval of batch wise. Getting the idea? In this type of plant, the biomass process or feeding process is in batches with an time interval between feed about 40 to 50 days. That means the digester is charged with biomass material and allowed to produce the gas minimum 40 to 50 days. After the completion of process or one cycle, the plant is emptied. That means the biogas generated is taken out and charge is also taken, used charge is also taken out. This is shows completion of one cycle. Next batch again we have to feed the biomass into the digester. Again we have to wait 40 to 50 days. Again we have to get the biomass, the biogas generated. So, this is of the property of this type of plant. Getting the idea? And other features, the other features are production of gas is intermittent. It is not continuous. In previous it is continuous. Now it is intermittent. So, even we want continuous, then we can make alternate arrangement of or number of biogas plants. That means one will take minimum to produce 40-50 days. After delay of 10 days or 15 days, another plant should be started. So, alternate 40-50 days, alternate days are to be carried out. Hence, we may get continuous supply of biogas plant. Hence, the production of gas is intermittent, one of the character. Second, it is more suitable for fiber materials, fiber biomass materials. The plant is expensive. In this type, we are having again two categories. Number one, fixed dome type biogas plant. Number two, movable dome type biogas plant. So, the name itself implies in this type of biogas plant, the structure of brick and cement. This type is constructed with the structure of brick and cement structure. So, the mixing tank is at the ground surface. The mixing tank is constructed at the ground surface level and it connects to the inlet chamber. The all remaining structure it is in underground. You can observe in the diagram, you will get the idea. All other construction is underground. So, the inlet chamber opens to the digester. Digester it is also available. Digester has inlet chamber, outlet chamber. So, inlet chamber opens and it is connected from mixing tank. When the charge is fed, it may takes place through the inlet chamber or inlet pipe. Then digester is a structure of huge tank. It consists a dome like ceiling, its top surface dome like ceiling with an outlet with an arrangement of valve. Through this pipe and valve arrangement, the gas is taken out at the surface of dome. The outlet chamber consists a discharge window and the digester opens into a lower side. So it continues. The outlet chamber opens from the top into overflow tank. This overflow tank is also available at the near ground surface. So how it works? This is the main construction, already we have discussed. Now a few points how this biogas plant works. The biomass material is mixed with water in the mixing tank. So what is the product obtained? This is known as slurry. This is called slurry. This slurry is fed to digester through the inlet tank. After filling the digester partly or some as per the designed conditions, after filling the digester as per your requirement, then introduction of slurry into the digester process is stopped. Then the plant is kept in unused position for 40 to 50 days. After filling the digester, you keep plant unused condition minimum 40 to 50 days. Hence, during this process, anaerobic bacteria decomposition takes place and ferments the biomass. Due to this chemical action, there is a creation of biogas, either it may be methane. So because of this process, biogas is produced and which is collected at the dome digester, dome part of the digester. So as the increase in the production of biogas in the dome, the pressure exerted by the biogas forces the waste or used slurry into outlet chamber. From this it overflows into overflow tank, then it may be collected from outside through the overflow tank. The slurry has to move annually and can be used for some agriculture processes. Now you can view the diagram, very simple diagram is there. So it is some brick and cement construction is used. You can clearly view there how the structure of this plant is. So mixing tank is available at the ground surface. Then through the mixing tank there is a inlet chamber is provided. Inlet chamber is provided. This starts from the mixing tank and ends at dome inlet. Once the slurry is formed, the biomass mixing with the water, the slurry is formed. This slurry is fed to digester chamber, where the digester chamber, due to some chemical actions and fermentation, the gas is formed. So the pressure is going to generate at the top of the slurry, gas generated. Hence this pressure make the slurry part move around the outlet chamber and later on overflow tank. From the overflow tank, the used slurry may toke out. The generated biogas may be collected through the gas outlet at the above surface of the dome, as you seen in this one. You practice this figure number of times. It is very easy. So figure may get 4 to 5 marks. If a question carries 10 marks, figure may 50%. All of you practice. Either you can use earlier figure, either you can use second figure. This is also consists very details parts of the or components of the plant. You can use any one figure. First one feels simple, you can use either same second figure. It is also represents same, the same process, that is your choice. Now we have to discuss second type, moving dome type biogas plant. The name itself implies that it consists a floating gas holder type biogas plant. So it consists a moving dome structure. It is also called floating gas holder type of. So this dome can move in vertical direction. When pressure generates more of pressure gas, it may move upward. There is no pressure, it will come downward direction. This is the way. That means vertical movement only. In this type of plant, the mixing tank is present at above the ground level, which is consists of mixing of biomass material with water as earlier process. The digester is that of structure which has very deep like well structure. It is deep underground. The whole structure is underground only. Again, as compared to previous, this has deep underground well type structure. Again, later on it is divided into two chambers by a wall structure, into two chambers into a wall structure. The two long cement pipes are called inlet pipe and outlet pipe. Through the inlet pipe, the slurry is introduced into the inlet chamber of the digester. Through the outlet pipe, the slurry is taken out into overflow tank. Then from overflow tank, it should be taken manually to the outside. So the above digester is constructed of steel drum. This dome, it is called steel drum, called gas holder. It is also called gas holder. It is available at the top surface of digester. This is movable. This drum can move, this dome can move up and down over the digester. There is a outlet for the gas at the top surface of dome structure. So a typical movable dome biogas plant is as shown in figure. You make again in this also some constructional points and some components of the plant, few points about working. You can observe the respective diagram of a floating gas holder type biogas plant. You can clearly view the structure is of using cement and bricks. You can see how the structure is there. Almost all process it is in, the whole structure is buried in underground. Only dome portion is available at top or surface of the ground level, and one we can observe mixing tank, another we can observe outlet tank. These two tanks are above the ground levels. Hence every plant whole structure it is underground. So what are the main components here? Mixing tank, outlet tank, the digester, inlet pipe, outlet pipe, bifurcating wall, underground digester tank, and dome type structure, that is floating gas holder, then gas valve, outlet. You remember These are the components. If you want, you can add the components of plants. Then how works? So first one, the mixed tank. From mixed tank, the slurry is obtained. That means biomass is mixed. Biomass may be agriculture waste, biomass may be industrial waste, biomass may be municipal waste. So this is mixed with water. Then some liquid formation is obtained. This is referred as slurry. This slurry is fed to digester input through the inlet tank. Then initial action will takes place. Initial action will takes place, that is acid formation. Hence anaerobic action, fermentation will takes place. Then second stage gas formation takes place in second chamber. After the pressure increasing, this used slurry is forced to outlet tank. From the outlet tank we may collect this used slurry. The generation of gas is collected in biogas collected part. Hence through the valve, through the gas valve, generated biogas may be taken out and supplied. And you practice these two diagrams. Explain any one type of biogas plant means your choice. The working principle of this movable plant: first, the slurry is formed, that is mixing of biomass material and water. Then liquid form of biomass is obtained. This is referred as slurry. Next, this slurry is fed to input to the digester through the inlet pipe. After the digester is filled as per your design of the plant, the moisture is kept unused position for 40 to 50 days. During this period, the gas is generated due to anaerobic fermentation. A lightweight biogas is collected in gas holder and it starts moving up. But the gas holder has a limit as per the design. It cannot rise beyond the certain limit. So with more and more gas starts collecting, the pressure starts increases and exerting on the slurry, and it is also forced into the outlet chamber. Once the chamber is overfilled, excess slurry is forced out through the outlet pipe into overflow tank. This is process. Some additional points may be required. You can utilize anywhere. Question may come, question may not come. These points are very simple, and try to remember, and remember from the observing figure only. So first one, fixed dome plant. It is less cost. It is economical, and no requirement of operation and maintenance. Low operation cost, no maintenance problems, no maintenance cost. This type of plant has long life. No corrosion problem, because dome is fixed and it is not corrosion. More quantity of gas can be produced. That is also one of the advantage. Disadvantage: gas pressure is variable. Problem of scum formation. It is the intermediate portion. Problem of scum formation. Skilled persons are required for construction of plant. That is one thing. General only you can write, no problem. Movable dome type plant. Constant gas pressure. What is the problem we are having? First one, gas pressure is variable. In movable dome type, that problem overcome. So here we can get constant gas pressure, less formation of scum, no gas leakage. That is also one of the main advantage. Disadvantage, capital investment is high, investment cost is high, maintenance cost is high, heat losses through the gas holder, and one main problem, we are using steel type drum, hence everything or part it is in underground, hence there is a problem of rusting. Dear friends, you try to take as a challenge. First you make the practice of diagram, some construction components, then working minimum 2 to 3 pages to get the 15 marks or 20 marks. Okay, thank you to one and all.